Hey there, and welcome. Good to see you again, even though I can't really see you. Well, you know what I mean. A pair of protests starting us off now. Caracas, Venezuela, our first stop. Hundreds gathering to protest President Hugo Chávez's seizure of all the nation's airports, highways, and seaports. Now, opponents saying that the states control transit, not the national government, and they're taking their fight to the Venezuelan Supreme Court and even the Organization of American States. Now, meanwhile, President Chávez saying he had to send in the military because of, quote, corrupt governors profiting from the narcotics trade. The Venezuelan military took control of seaports earlier this week and has expanded their presence to the nation's main highways. Well, staying in the south and to Argentina, this, a rally in the Plaza de Mayo in the center of capital Buenos Aires, just one of dozens of rallies taking place across the nation. Now, protesters are decrying the escalation of violent crime in that country and demanding the government do more to stop it. Crime rates there nearly doubling over the last 2 decades. Now, clearly these Argentines fed up. Many relatives of victims were showing up calling for action. Now, the government saying that crime rates are stabilizing, but promises to do better. And rounding out this quickie from the South Pacific, honestly having very little news value. But wait till you see the video. And kablamo! This undersea volcano erupting in spectacular fashion near the island of Tonga. Columns of ash shooting as high as 10 kilometers into the air, and the surrounding seas said to be roiling. No doubt. Now, Tonga officials say as yet there's no danger to residents. As yet. However, residents in the capital Nuku'alofa can clearly see the plume and feel rumbling under their feet. The download hoping that the show continues to be dramatic and harmless. Well, it's that time of year again. March. No, not time for Shamrock Shakes. March, as in March Madness, the annual splurge of college basketball championships and playoffs, quarterfinals and semifinals, and brackets. Hey, even I have a bracket. And a winner, too. But you know things have gotten just a little bit out of hand when it comes to this. Yes, the President of the United States now has his own bracket. Of course he does. Turns out the Commander-in-Chief is quite the basketball fan.
We are going to be watching it, but it'll probably be 2 in the morning where we are. Okay. We've got the NATO summit, but we are going to be trying to catch as much of this as possible.
What are the chances that you're going to sneak a peek for all these, maybe just a couple minutes?
I think the chances are high.
High.
That I'm sneaking a peek.
All right.
Okay, and who is he going with? UNC over Louisville? Ha! It's obviously going to be UConn over Pitt. Oh, by the way, the odds of picking a perfect bracket, 9.2 quintillion to 1. A quintillion, that's 18 zeros. Well, finally today, a story clearly not for arachnophobes, or anyone who shops at a grocery store. Let's explain. Tulsa, Oklahoma, this Whole Foods store hosting a surprise guest in a crate of Honduran bananas. Hello! Turns out it's not just any spider, it's a Brazilian wandering spider, one of the most lethal spiders in the world. And if that's not bad enough, it's also one of the most aggressive, actively chasing even humans.
It attacked. The second it got loose of the container and I pulled the container out, it jumped at me. And I've seen some aggressive spiders in my time. I've had several different species of tarantulas and stuff, and this takes the biscuit. This one is definitely frisky.
Frisky? Frisky? Now, nobody was injured, luckily. The spider's bite can kill a human in 25 minutes. Our suggestion, don't ever open that container again. Ever. Frisky. Well, that is your download. We'll see you again tomorrow.